I'm Jet, and I've never cooked a day in my life, but I'm about to wipe the floor with Skylar today in this competition.
I am the master chef here, and I plan to destroy the hopes and dreams of my opponent Jet here today. I will cook whatever he cooks twice as good.
Okay, so our first step in making a perfectly awesome steak, obviously, we're gonna take it right off the thing, slap that baby on the counter.
So now we have our steak here, but first we must wash hands.
We're gonna grab our seasonings, and we're gonna try to figure out how to use this thing, because I've never used a salt shaker before. Oh, there it is. Now we're gonna get some pepper, grind that baby on there too. Pat it in, flip that, more pepper. Now that we know how to use the salt, we're just gonna salt that up. Rub it in, and we're ready for frying.
Now we must season our steak before we cook it, so we take some salt, grind that on there, some pepper, and we pick up the rest, and we make sure it's evenly seasoned. Now it is ready to go into the pan.
Now that it's seasoned, we're gonna take that steak and bring it over to the stove. It's good, so we're just gonna pop that baby in there. We're gonna put the oil into our pan. Just want a few drops. Perfect. Shake it around and hope it does something. I'm hearing it sizzle, so I feel like I'm doing a good job. Oh, it's burnt myself.
First we put a bit of oil at the bottom, just so I can cover the bottom of the pan. We take our steak, and I put it in away from me, so it do not pop me with the oil, because it is very hot.
Oh my god, so now it's smoking. We're gonna turn it down because it's gonna burn. Okay. And it's done. Yes. Pop it onto a plate. She's looking cute.
And to add more flavor, we add some garlic, salt, to make sure the pan is not too hot. We put it down too low to sustain the temperature, but not to burn up the steak. You find your nicest plate, and you put it on there.
So we're going to cut this so we can eat it. I'm going to take it off the plate because I don't want to ruin the plate. It's a nice plate. So now we're going to apply pressure onto it so we don't have it flying all over our countertop. And we're going to cut it this way, all the way in half.
Now that we have our steak, let's move it onto the cutting board and cut it into nice, delectable strips. So I cut away from me, so I do not use my fingers.
Now it's ready to serve to the judge, so we're going to put it back on the plate.
Now that you have your steak nice and cooked to a medium rare, you put it onto the plate, and it is ready to be eaten.
Let's try this one here. Oh, that looks interesting. Nice one. Oh no, that was a little salty.
So after winning this competition, I went back and I looked over my opponent Jet's cooking tendencies, and he did a lot of things that were very unsafe that you should not do in the kitchen. The first thing, he did not wash his hands before he messed with the steak. And he also took the steak and put it on the counter. The counter is the most bacteria-filled place in the entire kitchen. Not a very good idea. And he also did not use the right amount of oil. When he put it in the pan, he did not put it away from him, so he got burned by the oil flying up, and there was so much oil, and he just kept it on high the entire time and let all the oil burn up and pop and hit his hands, and that is not very good. And when he finally took it off and tried to cut it, he cut like this towards his hand. What is he thinking? These are all things he must fix next time he tries to cook a steak, and these are some things if he ever wants to try and beat me in another cooking competition that he should learn.